on that later.
4 to shoot here for Williams, who can facilitate over the 7-footer, and Williams banks it in over Mustafa Cham.
Yeah, but this is their first true road test. Coach Johnny Dawkins is a little concerned of how his team might handle the pressure being on the road.
Toppin in transition, he puts it in against Cham.
How about that fast break? Get it off the glass.
Federico in for the first time. He missed Texas Tech's last game with a shoulder injury. Still playing with that wrap. Williams works against Cham, and Cham effected the shot. Here's Hall, the transfer from George Mason, a mismatch player at 6'7", and Hall banks it home against Williams. Texas Tech 2 losses this year by a combined 6 points against St. Joe's, against Brooklyn, and then against Texas A&M in Fort Worth. That banker goes in for Christian Anderson, the freshman from Atlanta. Man, has he made an impact immediately.
Well, you don't really see a lot of freshmen get a lot of time, but this kid is trusted by Coach McCaslin, and he gets a lot of minutes early in the basketball games. Result.
Hall again on the take, and Hall puts it home. Finished 7-11, went to the NIT. This year picked to finish 11th, new 16-team Big 12. Ivy Curry shut off. Coleman with 5. And Coleman floats it in. Ball doubled, has to give it up. Sellers, the quick pass. Coleman knocks down the triple. What a start for UCF on the road here. Hawkins thought about the 3. Instead, feed Toppin down low. Working against Coleman. The kick. And the 3 by Kevin Overton. Tech within a point. Tech can retake the lead here. Hawkins finds Toppin trailing, and Toppin puts Tech.
Great find. Toppin delivers. Toppin's on a hot streak.
An 8-0 run for Tech. How about Cham from 7-2? The 3-pointer for the freshman from Senegal. Johnson the drive against Hawkins, and Johnson all the way to the cup.
Suddenly their offense seems to be stuck in mud.
Johnson the kick, Sellers the sidestep, and the triple. Jalen Sellers hit from just 30% from 3 last year. He's much better than that. Man, he can give UCF some life offensively.
How about that? The guy's been out all season long, comes in here, pressure-packed moment on the road, and delivers a big 3.
Toppin the lefty, using his dominant hand against Yotsus.
Yeah, you got to take away something that the big fella likes. He loves that right shoulder turn to that left hand, and right back the other way for the bucket off glass. And he's boom-fed his big man down there with that penetration along the baseline.
Overton up top. Oh, Federico couldn't flush it this time. Got it back, and he still puts it in. Hall lines up a 3 over Federico. Keyshawn Hall with 9 points for the Knights. Anderson was trying to locate Federico. Finally does. Oh, and Federico has another bucket. Sellers stopped the dribble and finds Hall. 10 to shoot against Darian Williams. Fun matchup here. And Hall off the spin puts it in. First man in double figures today.
Hey, you can't play better defense right there than Hall was getting, but sometimes you just got to pat a guy in the backside and say, hey, your offense was better than my defense.
Oh, Federico fumbled it. And Sellers clear the runway.
Shots, you want to disrupt the offense, you get a takeaway. And Sellers, he is lickety.
He deserves the second chance. The Mikey Williams I know, different person. And here he is with UCF. Toppin off the window for Texas Tech. Hall has 11. And now Hall has 14. Another triple for Keyshawn Hall.
Man on fire, 2 for 2 from behind the arc, as you said, his second triple of the game. And they're just giving him too much of a cushion. He's been driving it down their throat. They're giving him too much of a cushion, and he's knocking down the triple.
Toppin's got 11 to lead Tech in his return from injury. Backing down Coleman. Way too much on it. Federico on the weak side. 7 on the timer for Hawkins. Against the bigger Williams. Got around him. And Hawkins uses the left to score. Well, Darian Williams didn't have a good first half. He was in foul trouble. 2 points on 1 of 7. And Williams gliding to the bucket for two right on cue.
Yeah, he said, I hear you over there, Ted. I'm going to show you I can take this thing to the rack.
Taking it to rack at the other end, Jordan Ivy Curry, and the tip-up try is good for Mustafa Cham. Cham against Toppin. Now Hall from the outside, a swish, and the fourth three of the game for Keyshawn Hall, who's got 20. Missed the free throw. Cham remains out there with the three personals. So Johnny Dawkins letting him play through it at the moment. Ivy Curry hits the turnaround, his first made bucket. At UCF up by 11. It's their biggest lead on the road here in Lubbock. Mustafa Cham, the 7'2" freshman, knocks in his second three of the game. Toppin hit a three in the first half. Now Johnson. Oh, a rainbow triple for Darius Johnson. His lead today.
Yeah, I love this. Look, here's a little handoff, and I'm just going to set a big screen. Intense and ready to perform, but they're just not getting it done. They cannot stop the Knights.
Tech a huge favorite coming in. McMillan rolls to the basket. Counted in the foul.
Your player, Chance McMillan, who Chum knows is one of the top three-point shooters in the country.
Johnson deflected and stolen by Williams. Hawkins back to McMillan. Texas Tech on the comeback trail.
Find your partner, a little give, and I go to the rack, and you throw it up, and let me throw it down.
Well, UCF was signaling like they wanted a review. Doesn't come. McMillan drills the triple. His first three. The second best three-point shooter in America. Finally, from downtown.
Well, you miss a layup, and you go outside behind the arc and stroke a three, and we got ourselves a 4-point game.
Johnson stopped by Overton. He forces it up, and it goes in. Hall on the drive, met by Toppin, swatted by Darian Williams out of bounds with 6 to shoot.
I can hardly see the action. Great offense, taking the ball to the basket. Great help side defense.
Williams hasn't shot it well against Hall. Toppin on the other side. It's a one-point game. A double-double for Toppin. Got to put it in here. Overton, the three, no, and now the game's over. Well, UCF had to sweat it out down the stretch.